Welcome to On Air with Kash. Our guest today appeared in season 12 of American Idol. He then appeared with Lucy Liu and Snoop Dogg in the feature film Future World. He signed a brand deal with Awesomeness TV for his YouTube channel, which was then acquired by Viacom. He created the #1 competition digital series in America, Shine, which is one of many award-winning series on his platform, Brandon TV. You can watch him in the feature film Moondance, available to watch now on Amazon Prime. Please welcome Brandon Stewart.
What's up, Kash? How are you?
What is up, my friend? How are you?
I'm so good. I feel so much better now after that introduction.
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. You do everything. You wear so many hats, and you're so talented at everything that you do. I mean, how do you make time for it all?
Thank you. A team helps me, a village actually, like one step at a time. When I first started, it was really, really hard. And I was only doing a fraction of the projects, but I was all by myself, really. It was me and my best friend, Joel, at the time. And so we've just been adding like new team members, Andrew Young, Amber Bohack, people like on and on and on and on. And so now we're able to, do what we do now. And that's what I'm really blessed about, I'm blessed for.
I really want to get into your platform, Brandon TV. You have so many different shows and everything's unique in its own way. After Forever is the Emmy Award winning. You have the Barbie murder mystery, Summer Lane Drive. You have the comedy mockumentary, Rusty Camel. Is that, I'm just curious, are you on the set of Rusty Camel right now?
I am not on the set of Rusty Camel, no, but I do have one of our—
There it is, okay.
Yeah,
I was catching it. It had that office vibe.
I'm actually at my house right now because of quarantine. I kind of had to build in like an office at my house, and so I've been working.
Welcome to my world.
Right, here we are, right at the end of the day. But yeah, so After Forever is something that we acquired. It's absolutely incredible. Summer Lane Drive is something we're actually pitching to Adult Swim right now. Can't say a whole lot on that, but good things are coming, I will say. And then Rusty Camel is kind of like, if you're like Parks and Rec, The Office kind of fans, you'll like that because it's a mockumentary. It's totally off the wall, ridiculous, politically incorrect in every direction.
When I was watching it, Rusty Camel, I just kept thinking of The Office, Parks and Rec, and it's like you just have, and I just, it's so my brand of humor. You and I are a lot alike.
Yeah.
I really dig the characters. It's just got that real, that edginess about it.
Thank you, Kash. It took us like a while to get to that comfortable space. I mean, with politics today, everything is with cancel culture and everything being so touchy. Everything is just touch and go. And for us, we wanted to really like marinate on topics that were serious topics, but bring comedy back into the forefront. And I think a lot of comedians are getting like ransacked at their shows. And, now that they're doing digital shows from the pandemic and stuff, they're just not really allowed to like cross certain boundaries. And I always believe that as long as you cross boundaries on both sides, then it's, a free for all and it's free game. And so we dove in, and thankfully all of our fans really enjoyed it and they liked it. And thanks to shows like The Office, it kind of paved the way for us to do a digital series like that.
Summer Lane Drive, when you said the platform that you're pitching it to, it's so up that alley. I grew up with just watching South Park and Team America. The idea of doing it with Barbie dolls and that it takes place in the 90s. I even just like that pilot episode, Michael and Tom and Nicole. It was like, those were like my first images of celebrity. So it was just really, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm a kid, and it's hilarious.
Thank you. And honestly, that's all in due respect to Kirk Flash. He is an incredible creator. He's actually out of London. And he is so freaking talented, from naming characters like, the Oprah version of Oprah and things like that. Like, he is just absolutely hilarious with the writing, and he calls his work Dollymation. And so really all we did was give him a platform and just let his creative juices go. We can announce that we're having a season 2. And so that one's on the way, which we're super stoked about. Yeah. And like I said, we've got some news coming down the pipeline from, Cartoon Network, the Adult Swim team. But, it's awesome. I really find that it's really unique and new, and it's not anything that's like out there today. I mean, it's like the robot chickens of the world, but like we don't have that online, at your fingertips. So I really feel like that's the reason that one did so well and continues to do well every single month.
You created, and you're also the judge on Shine.
Yes. So that was one of our very first shows, and that one's airing now. We air episodes every week. And so that started in 2017, and believe it or not, it was like a brainchild of mine. And my best friend Joel, I had pulled him on that early on too. We were just like, we were crazy back then because we had no idea what we were doing. We knew we just wanted to do something. And so we threw together like this beta season. It was 10 episodes, and it was entertaining. We had a very small, fan base. It was in like the middle American area. But we built on that. So after 2017, we just, picked up steam instead of stopping. A lot of people kind of get, down on themselves if they feel like a season doesn't do well or if a show doesn't hit a specific audience. And I'm always that person that you can never tell me no. So I always just go, go, go. And so we went into season 2, and then season 2 is when it became the #1 short form competition series in America. And this year we're really pushing internationally because we had hundreds of auditions that had come in out of the States. And so it's really awesome. This year we've added numerous Grammy-winning mentors to the panel. It truly looks, we've extended all of our episodes too. So our episodes are anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes, which is insane when you start talking about digital content with, the budget that we're working with and stuff. We just, to be quite honest with you, Kash, pulled it right out of our ass, and we're so proud of it.
The concept of the show is that you have a lot of these underground artists and you're really guiding them in how to market themselves in the digital age.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And with the way that the music industry is kind of moving, it gets challenging sometimes. And sometimes artists just need a little bit of support and a little bit of education. Naturally, when we find a singer, they are, buried deep in family drama, or they've got relationship things going on, and music is always their out. And for me, that's how it was too. It was kind of like a hobby for me until I had made it on Idol. And so when I, connect with these artists, I really see myself in a lot of them. And really all they need is that out, And so when we say that they make it to the top 40, when we actually take the time to work with them, they learn how to write. They learn how to find their voice. They learn, what genre to stay, involved in, and not, I want to do rock, I want to do pop, I want to do hip hop. No, you need to focus in on one genre, make it into the industry. The perfect example I always use is Lady Gaga. She did weird very well, but now that she's in, she does whatever she wants, whenever she wants. And that's because she's literally a freaking superstar. She can do anything. And there's a lot of singers that can do anything also, but you have to come into the industry doing one thing. The Lady Gaga story to me is very interesting because she was actually signed to a label before she had gotten dropped. And that's actually talked about on our show by the Grammy winner, Shannon Sanders, he's a famous producer. But anyway, it's crazy to see all of the artists really work towards what they want to do and grow their brands, because not many people where they're from are giving them that, opportunity. And I'm just proud that our team can do that for them.
So Brandon, you also have a new reality series coming out late this summer. It's called The Getaway Los Angeles, and we're going to get kind of a day-to-day into what your life is like.
My life is like my crazy life, yes. We decided to do something that was a bit unique as well. I'm a fan of reality TV. I think a lot of people kind of know that. But as I was watching like all these Bravo shows and things, you never really get like the Housewives or, Love and Hip Hop and all of these really like, famous fun shows digital. And so we started talking, the head of our Unscripted, actually, Joel Parent, was, meeting with us, and he was pitching off some ideas that he thought might click. And so crazy enough, we were like, well, why don't we just start in our own backyard? Let's just use some of our friends that, we trust and we love, and let's just go on some trips, because our friends take trips every 3 or 4 months anyways. We literally just do that. It's like our little getaway, which is where the term came from. These getaway trips, we just started filming them. And then we realized that everybody in our group really has got something fun going on. So then we started following them and that whole thing. And the tie-in to the whole group is me. And so fortunately enough, I kind of talk everybody through in the first couple episodes, what Hollywood's like, why it's so cutthroat, how it took so long to kind of get established. But when you're established and find a good group of friends, it all works out. But of course, there's drama because it's reality TV, and we have some crazy personalities come in and come out, and it's very up and down. My friends and I are very, very close still to this day, thankfully. But yeah, we went through a lot of up and downs. It's glamorous, it's rich, it's cocktails at nighttime and business during the day. It's a lot of fun. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it.
You do so many different genres. You have so many different styles of work, and you've been so successful at it. Just to watch you in action during the day, I would be fascinated by that story.
Thank you, Kash. That means the world. A lot of people, like, when they see what I do, they don't really encompass it all because it is so much. But if you saw my day-to-day, you would think I was a crazy person, which most people do. So it's fine.
Not only do you do reality TV, but you're developing a mystery thriller called Drylands right now?
I am. So that one we're really excited about because we started developing it on the last season of Game of Thrones, which was kind of our, I guess you could say, our inspiration. But we wanted to do something that was in the realm of like Mad Max and Game of Thrones, that was a bit more realistic, not so sci-fi, but still kind of hints on the Game of Thrones world. So we went to work, we started writing. We've got a lot of incredible people attached to that, from Kimberly Crandall from Scandal, Ava Michelle from Tall Girl, Ava Cantrell from Lights Out. We've got Simone Harrison, actually, who you're interviewing soon too as well. And that's something that I didn't realize after Lisa reached out to me and she had said that you were with that management as well.
Such a small world. I mean, you kept popping up. I'm like, oh, we have the same manager, and then we've met. I've met Ava. We did that charity together.
The gift giveaway thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then so I knew you knew her, and then Simone Harrison. We met. Me and Kathy Cola. She came to a premiere of a colleague of ours at Dances with Films, and so I kept seeing both of you all over the place. And I'm like, they're doing a movie together, and we're all rep by the same person. Let's get this going.
Get moving, yes. Which I'm so glad that you reached out, because we always see each other at events, but we never really get to talk about what we're doing.
Exactly.
So that's
that
nice.
was one of the reasons why I want to do the show, is just to really, because we're all at home and it's like, let's connect and get into each other's days. And then when I see you out there doing everything that you're doing, I'm like, dude, I just love sharing. I love hearing people's journeys and just really knowing what motivates you.
Yeah, thank you, Kash. Yeah, we've got so much stuff happening right now. We've got one that's coming up really soon called Gumshoe Gabby. And that one we're super stoked about because it's like a young audience. It's very Nickelodeon based. And we're thinking that we're going to get some interest from Netflix and Hulu because we really want it to be like a streamer Nickelodeon vibe. But we'll see. And then we've got one called Flip Flop, which is an African-American led, all cast is African-American, which I'm super proud of. And it's a comedy, and it's very like Insecure meets like, it's like a dramedy, but it's very Insecure. Some hints of Schitt's Creek. I don't know if you've seen Schitt's Creek in there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Not so Schitt's Creek, but it's really funny, and it talks about a lot of very serious issues that are going on. It's an LGBTQ plus series, and it talks about a lot of issues that are going on in that community, and it's also something that I'm proud of. You know me, I'm proud of everything apparently. But anyway, so yeah, we've got just stuff happening like all over, and like you said, it's really important to me to keep all of my team inspired to take on whatever they want to take on. I don't want to stay in one lane. I don't want people to feel like they have to do this or have to do that. And thankfully, when I have a bigger team, I can attack many genres at once because each team has a focus group.
With a Brandon TV, you're also launching an app?
Actually, the app is out. It's not available to download just yet, but it's out because we're going through like the tech phase, and we're, running through exactly what's working, what's not working, and we're making things happen. But our app we're really excited about because not only is it going to be like right at your fingertips, available on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, that whole thing, but it'll also be available on phones, and we're going to have a music side. So we're going to be the first ever really like meshed YouTube and Spotify thing. So you can actually come to BTV and you can listen to music while you're at the gym, and then you can flip it over and watch an 8-minute episode sketch or a 3-minute episode sketch. Or if you are feeling it and you're in the sauna, you want to watch a 20-minute episode from Shine, you can. But it's all available, and that's what we're really excited about, because at the end of the day, the content that we're getting out is really just backdoor pilots for our network friends, right? But we want to allow people to come to our app and do more than just, flip through a portfolio of content, like listen to your favorite music or whatever. And we're going to have a submission box on there for creators, because we're a very creator friendly company where they can actually submit their ideas 24/7. And so we'll have a support team that are constantly taking in pitches every single day, and that's what's really important to me, because I feel like there's a lot of creators out there that get buried from the industry, and network reps, they're 60 years old, 40, 50, 60 years old. They've been doing it. They put in their, time in the industry. And so sometimes they don't always want to give the 19-year-old an opportunity, when sometimes that 19-year-old has a better idea than the 44-year-old that's been working on it for 10 years, And so for me, age is nothing but a number, child. And we just keep it all moving. Okay.
How does one get involved in Brandon TV?
So it's pretty easy. I mean, really, we got a submission box on our website now. You can submit any written materials you have. If you actually have a specific pitch for like one show that you really are like insanely, driven by, then you can submit. We've got it's like a packet, it's like a 10-page packet that you can fill out and explain the show to us, who's on the team, what your goal network would be, etc. Thankfully, we're blessed enough to have friends at almost every network now. And so we can really kind of feed a good pitch to just about anybody. But sometimes people just come in and they just want a family. The idea is just to get everybody inspired enough to just continue to live their dream. And that's what everybody came to Hollywood for, is to do what they want to do for the rest of their lives. And my team and I are here to support that and to elevate them and to give them the platform to use in order to get into those doors. Because everybody wants to work for a big network, and I understand that. But there's a stepping stone or a ladder that you do have to climb, per se. And we're very happy and very glad to be that ladder for a lot of creators.
That has been a common thing that's come up lately, where I've heard just friends in the industry, oh, they're just doing the same thing. Everything's a reboot. With Brandon TV having such a diverse catalog of shows and entertainment, you're so good at every genre. And then it's really a place to come with your ideas, what you're doing with Shine. And it starts off with 8 minutes, and then now it's your 25 to 30-minute episodes. It's award winning. You've acquired so much great content, and you're an innovator. You've tapped into something on where I think the future of entertainment is headed.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. A lot of people always ask me about the Quibi story, and a lot of our board members would say, let's not talk about Quibi. Let's not scare anybody away, because we've got people that are investing in our content. But I don't shy away from it. I founded BTV, and I'm somebody that is not going to shy away from the tough conversation. And the real conversation about short form entertainment right now is that it's ahead of its time, and we just have to be patient with it. And that's why right now we do more than what Quibi did. Quibi was spending $100,000 a minute on entertainment. And unfortunately, that's just a bit over budget for what people are used to. It also didn't help. We went through a pandemic and everybody was at home when they wanted to launch the short form entertainment thing. We had actually launched before Quibi did. We just didn't have, hundreds of millions of dollars to launch with. But like I said, we've got stamina, and we're just taking our time. We're being patient with everything that we're doing. And we know that the wave of digital entertainment is on its way, as you're saying. But while we're doing that, we're creating backdoor pilots that are being shown to all of these networks. And we're not scared of the longer form entertainment either. Because at the end of the day, we love to make movies too. We want to do it all. But it's one step at a time. And I do believe that people are more adamant on watching short form entertainment when they're sitting in the doctor's office or when they're in between workouts at the gym. You know what I'm saying? You need a minute. And so I think that everybody needs that go-to thing. Maybe it's not playing a game. Maybe it's not, going on YouTube and watching a music video. Instead, it's this new outlook where you can actually watch something that's very similar to your favorite show on television. It's just a shorter version of it.
Brandon, you continue to amaze me. Everyone follow Brandon Stewart on Instagram. You need to go to his page, Brandon TV. You inspire me, brother. I can't thank you enough for your time today.
I want to give all the kudos to you. Thank you for having me on this show. I think this is incredible. I love your backdrop. This is a home mood back there. I love that you started the show. I think you've got an incredible personality. I feel like we're probably going to work together sometime in the very close future. And I can't wait to see you again when everything starts to open back up.
Be an honor, my friend. And yes, we are due. When everything opens back up, it would be my honor to collaborate with you in the future.
Yes, I'd love it. Thank you so much, Kash, for having me.
Thank you, Brandon, and keep rocking, brother. Thanks for hanging with me and Brandon Stewart today. You are on air with Kash.